This is an instructional strategy tube on personal dictionaries for adapting and differentiating instructions for students experiencing learning difficulties in an inclusive classroom. The personal dictionary strategy allows students to create their own personal dictionaries and connect new vocabulary within a personal context. The example included here shows how a primary junior student can use the personal dictionary to define new words learned from their story on princesses. The student draws a picture of a tiara and explains what this means in the context of what she already knows about princess paraphernalia. In the bottom right corner, this example also shows how students can create general use dictionaries organized alphabetically as a way of organizing the words they've used before. This strategy can be adapted for intermediate senior students who can add to an existing personal dictionary, illustrating their ever-evolving vocabulary, or they can develop subject-specific dictionaries to help learn with new terms, specific to a subject like chemistry or biology.
Evidence-based approach. Vocabulary instruction improves comprehension only when both definition and context are given, and has the largest effect when a number of different activities or examples using the word in context are used. By building connections between old vocabulary words and new words found in their reading, students begin to understand relationships among words they encounter. Active processing. Knowing a word in the fullest sense goes beyond simply being able to define it or get some gist of it from the context. Active processing that associates experiences and concepts with words contributes to vocabulary growth, enhanced comprehension, and continuous learning. Active processing instruction. Instructional activities that allow for a visual display of words and promote students' comparing and contrasting of new words to known words can be a beneficial means for increasing their vocabulary knowledge.
Learning profiles. The personal dictionary supports all learners. New words are more likely to become part of vocabulary when it's meaningfully processed. Students can develop language skills by including grammar rules and proper nouns, which are not part of regular dictionaries or in spell check programs. Subject-specific dictionaries can distinguish and reinforce terminologies, concepts, and themes learned in all subject areas.
Why we need this strategy. The Personal Dictionary is a reading strategy that supports a lifelong learning approach for all students. The Personal Dictionary helps students to understand and expand vocabulary while improving reading comprehension, fluency, effective communication, and spelling. Spelling correctly can be challenging for students with special needs for a variety of reasons. Some students' spelling difficulties will be related to the phonological difficulties associated with poor reading. Other students may have difficulties with visual memory for spelling patterns and may find it difficult to identify whether or not a word is spelled correctly.
While this learning strategy can benefit all learners, there are some specific learning profiles to keep in mind. Students learning English make associations between new words and their context of understanding by using pictures, associated subject areas, and their first language. Students who are at risk or have achieved lower scores with specific language skills, particularly reading and writing. Students with phonological difficulties, including dyslexia, usually experience difficulties with word recognition, reading fluency, spelling, and writing.
The Personal Dictionary and Differentiated Instruction. Benefits include universal design. This whole language approach improves vocabulary and comprehension skills for all learners, but at an individualized pace. It also appeals to different learning styles by allowing students to represent knowledge non-linguistically through drawings and diagrams. It also adapts to students' ongoing and changing needs. Practical classroom uses. The Personal Dictionary can be used to introduce a new unit or content. As a pre-reading activity, students can collect unknown terminology or phrases and brainstorm possible meanings as a think, pair, share activity. As a post-reading activity, students represent word meanings visually or dramatically to support written entries. It can also be used as an assessment tool. Teachers can use it to observe if students' definitions or examples reflect proper use. Teachers can model personal dictionaries by creating a class version that is posted on a bulletin board and updated collectively. It can also be used as a minds-on to activate prior knowledge from previous lessons and to provide practice for newly added entries. Teachers can ask students to compile entries for the unit or course to create a test or exam review, and it can be used as a metacognitive activity that allows students to document their growing vocabulary. As a supplement to word processing software, the Personal Dictionary supports lifelong learning and a low-tech, highly personalized strategy to reinforce reading, spelling, and overall literacy skills.